Howdy YouTube, a really cool review for you today, and that's because we're taking a look at the Transformers The Last Night Voyager class Megatron. From the moment the trailer came out revealing Megatron's appearance, I knew the figure of him would be fantastic and I couldn't wait to get my hands on him. Fortunately, now I do. A really cool design, even though I absolutely despised the Last Night movie, and I had a big rant about that in my Sculpt Transformer review, which you can see. The figures from the movie have actually been fantastic. I can't fault the level of detailing, the appearance-wise, the aesthetics, the actual ease of the transformations as well. The figures have really been a massive improvement and I think are the best movie figures they have released. Visually, the paint apps on this guy, even the design for Megatron, for me personally, is the coolest looking Megatron. I know there's a lot of diehard fans that will think the G1 or the old school Megatron is the definitive one, or even the first movie, but to me this is how Megatron should look. Menacing, Cybertronian, he just looks awesome and I can't wait to get him opened up and out of the packaging and also compare him to other figures like the movie Galvatron so you guys can see the difference as well. He's quite a big figure, which makes me very happy. Great detailing on the face. You can see a nice shot of Megatron there on the side of the packaging. Paint-wise, the figure looks really cool. I actually prefer this color scheme to the one he had in the movie, but in the movie he was a much brighter silver, but honestly, this actual figure looks just ridiculously cool. Nice shot of Megatron on the side of the box as well. Hopefully you guys can see that. He has got that night feel going for him, which I guess is appropriate given the movie. He changes in 22 steps. And you can see that he comes with a pretty big sword and turns into a Cybertronian jet. So with that, let's get Megatron opened up and out of packaging. And here we have Megatron opened up and out of packaging, and wow, a seriously awesome figure. Great detailing. Visually looks incredible. Love the color scheme. Decepticon logo, of course, on the side there. Taking a look so you can see the side and back of Megatron as well. He is a well-equipped Transformer, and even from the back looks pretty cool. I'm really keen to see how this guy transforms. I like what they did with the Galvatron from the last movie, how basically he had a backpack that folded out. I thought that was a neat way of doing it. But and I will bring in Galvatron in a second. If you compare Transformers 4 to 5 figures, the Galvatron was a cool figure but lacked a lot of essential detail. They then subsequently released the Takara version, which was an incredibly well-detailed, visually stunning figure. This has almost that level of detail. It, straight off the bat, as a normal Transformer figure, is very, very impressive, as have been Barricade and Berserker and the other Transformer figures they've released. So I'm really, really happy. I'll bring it forward so you guys can take a look at the face. That is a fantastic Megatron face sculpt. Especially too, and I haven't reviewed it for you guys yet, but I will, the Transformers 3 Megatron. Even the Transformers 2 and 1 had a similar head sculpt, but in Transformers 3 it was much smaller, so I'm glad that they made it a little bit bigger, a little bit more menacing, and I love the colouring on him. Definitely looks fantastic. Just a quick little sidebar, but I really miss the voice actor for Megatron from the first 3 movies. That guy just had the most intimidating, sinister-sounding voice of all time. And he wasn't bad in the new movie, but I just prefer the original 3-movie voice acting. Appearance-wise, though, this is the best Megatron and probably my favourite. He does have some good articulation in his robot mode. You get yourself basically a ball-jointed head. You've got yourself swivel arms. You've got a swivel in the upper arm region, bend at the elbow, swivel in the wrist, but it only moves in and out. Nothing in the waist because of obviously the transformation. You get swivel in the legs. They also move out and in. You get bend at the knee. Then you get ankle articulation as well with another swivel. But again, I guess in this form it's more of a display thing. And if you want the full range of articulation, you've got to fiddle with him a little bit. Nice detailing on the sword that he comes with as well. One thing I will say, and I'm not going to rant about the movie too much, but there you go. Megatron with his sword. It's really nice detailing on both the figure and the weapons as well. But the fight scene with Megatron, I feel they could have done so much more with him. And I don't know, I guess it's the theme in all the movies, but the Decepticons do not get a lot of love. It would be nice if, a little bit like Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back, it's good if the bad guys win every now and again. But yeah, an awesome looking figure, so let's get him transformed into his robot mode. Yeah, so I am a massive fan of this Megatron figure. He looks outstanding. Lovely detail on the Cybertronian jet. I love that there's a spot to put his accessory as well. The transformation is relatively straightforward and a lot of fun to do, actually. I like that the engine's exposed here. He looks really cool. He's like a mix between like a Russian fighter jet and a Cybertronian monstrosity, but really awesome looking figure. Again, the paint apps and detail is awesome. I will say one more thing that I wish they had done. Megatron, to me, in the movie, should be a real boss, and it's a shame that he's not. I'll give you an example of something simple they could have done that would have made Megatron that much better. The scene in the movie, and it's a spoiler, but not really a spoiler, where they're going to attack Cybertron and Quintessa, and you have all the Marines in the dropships, and they're all flying in the sky, and they're getting shot out by anti-aircraft guns. He turns into a jet. Have him fly through them and just take them out, a little bit like what Starscream did in the first and second movie. It's a small thing like that that would make Megatron look so much more awesome. The fight scene, have him actually fight, have him do something meaningful. But anyway, that's a rant for another day. But yeah, awesome looking figure, great detail, a must have if you're a Transformers fan. Now to transform him back, we'll give this a crack. Obviously the sword comes off. These top bits lift up and then go down. Like so. A really cool looking figure, honestly. Can't tell you how happy I am with this. So then that comes down. Taking a look on the other side. The wings are actually pretty straightforward to do as well. You can bring those up. Again, unfortunately my camera isn't big enough to get the whole transformation, but you get the idea. This big piece comes down and around like so to form basically the bulk of Megatron's body, which is kind of cool. Try and do it from this angle so hopefully you guys can see. The legs come out. Like so. They then come down. Swivel them around. Now the wing section folds in on itself. For some reason I feel that hasn't folded correctly, but I'll look into that. This one's the same sort of deal. Comes around. There we go. Awesome. So there you have his legs. His feet. Nifty little designs. I always admired and enjoyed the Transformers as a kid. Some of the creative ways they would come up to actually transform the figures. Now these, where are we? Swivel around. And come down from memory. Where are we? No, not just yet. Small technical difficulties. There we go. There we go. Sort of, not really. I acknowledge that I'm probably not the best at transforming Transformers, but nonetheless, I will always try. Okay, so after reconsulting the instructions, pretty much have him done and transformed. Definitely a must-have. Like, in all seriousness, as far as Transformer figures go, I'm going to put him down as one of my favourites. I really, really am impressed with the level of detailing on him, and excluding my incompetence at transforming him, he is a really solid looking figure, and visually very, very impressive as well. So just a quick comparison between Megatron and Galvatron. I have a soft spot for both these figures. I really did enjoy the Galvatron design in the last movie, but the Megatron just supersedes it a million times. The paint apps are so much better. I love the color scheme on him. The transformation is, I think, easier and better rather than this big bulky backpack. They've done it in a much smarter way, and he looks cooler as a jet than he does as a truck. And detailing, the face sculpt is no comparison whatsoever. I think he comes with better accessories as well. All around a must-have if you are a Transformers fan. And just for scaling purposes, you can see he is substantially taller than the Deluxe class, Berserker, and Barricade. Definitely my favourite Transformer figure from the movie lines that have come out ever. I'm a huge fan of this guy, a must-have, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this review on the Transformers The Last Knight Voyager class Megatron.